Get ready for the action because Marseille has done it. Aubameyang starred as Marseille beat Rennes to secure a crucial fifth-place finish and a spot in the UEFA Europa League. This was an intense final day of the Ligue 1 season, and we break down every explosive moment of that incredible victory, from the early drama to the late-game heroics. And Herzlers sighed as they regroup for what's next. And finally, the managerial hunt is heating up at Crystal Palace. Andoni Iraola is the top target for the Eagles as Oliver Glasner looks to leave. We explore why Palace is pushing so hard to land the Spaniard, the complicated links with other clubs, and what it all means for their push towards next season's Europa League. Stay with us for the full breakdown. Marseille has clinched a fifth-place finish and secured a spot in the UEFA Europa League following a decisive 3-1 home victory over Rennes on the final day of the Ligue 1 season. The result relegated Rennes to a UEFA Conference League qualification spot based on goal difference. Rennes entered the final day in fifth place, holding a 3-point advantage over Marseille and harboring hopes for a top-four finish. However, their aspirations for Champions League qualification were extinguished by a disastrous start to the match at the Stade Vélodrome. Within the first 10 minutes, Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg scored Rennes' fourth Ligue 1 goal of the season, a low shot past Mathies Silvestri. The situation deteriorated further when Amine Gouiri capitalized on a clearance from Silvestri to force the ball into the net. Rennes managed to inject some attacking momentum midway through the first period when Ludovic Blas forced Geronimo Rulli into a near-post save. Marseille goalkeeper Moussa Al-Tamari made a crucial save against a curling effort from distance. In the second period, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang extended Marseille's lead after a move that began with a loss of possession for Rennes, culminating in an inch-perfect chip into the far post. Towards the end of the game, Esteban Lepal proved his worth as Ligue 1's top scorer, heading home a header from Arnaud Norden's cross, boosting Frank Hayes' efforts. Despite this late surge, the result confirmed Marseille's success, leaving Rennes to face a difficult path to European competition unless Lens triumphs in the Coupe de France final to elevate their position. Lille has successfully secured a spot in next season's Champions League by finishing third in the Ligue 1 season, despite a 2-0 home defeat against Auxerre on the final day. The domestic title was claimed by Paris Saint-Germain, which concluded its campaign with a narrow 2-1 loss to Paris FC. Lille's third-place finish places them 1 point ahead of Lyon, which will enter the Champions League qualifying rounds. In the Ligue 1 race, 3 clubs, Lille, Lyon, and Rennes, were vying for the final European spots, but Lille ultimately clinched the coveted position. Auxerre's victory was secured by a brace from Mali forward Lassane Sanyoko, ensuring their survival in the top flight. Lille captain Benjamin Andre emphasized the importance of the result, stating, "This is very important for the club. Everybody wants to play in the Champions League." Meanwhile, Lyon's ambitions for a top-3 finish diminished after trailing by 3 goals at halftime against Lens, with Florian Thauvin scoring a second goal in the second half to seal a 4-0 victory for the visitors. Elsewhere in the league, Marseille triumphed over Rennes with a 3-1 win, boosted by goals from Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, Amine Gouiri, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. This victory propelled Marseille into fifth place, level on points with Rennes, but with a superior goal difference, securing their place in the Europa League. In Paris, PSG's domestic season concluded with a dramatic finish, as Alamami scored a brace in added time to level the score after Bradley Barcola initially put them ahead. PSG now shifts focus to preparations for the Champions League final against Arsenal in Budapest. Other notable developments include Nice finishing 16th, facing Saint-Étienne in a promotion-relegation playoff. A remarkable comeback saw Strasbourg defeat Monaco 5-4 after trailing 4-1 in the 55th minute, with Martial Godot and Sebastian Nanasi both scoring twice. The final match of the career for Nantes coach Vahid Halilhodžić was tragically abandoned after fans stormed the pitch in protest over the club's relegation, leading local authorities to halt the game for security reasons. Halilhodžić, who coached Lille and PSG in the past, is retiring after failing to keep Nantes among the elite. Brighton and Hove Albion are regrouping after a disappointing performance against Leeds United, as their pursuit of a second European qualification remains a challenge. The team missed a crucial opportunity to secure the necessary points in the penultimate fixture, which could have significantly altered their standing. The context of the season is complex, with Manchester City's FA Cup win against Chelsea securing a UEFA Conference League spot for the Premier League side, and Manchester United needing 3 points at home on the final day to secure a Europa League qualification. The match against Leeds United ended in a 0-0 draw deep into added time, punctuated by a late winner from Jan-Paul van Hecke in the 96th minute, which was attributed to a poor back pass. This result has complicated Brighton's position, as rivals like Brentford and Sunderland could potentially overtake them in the standings. Manager Fabian Hürzeler addressed the team following the result, emphasizing the need to bounce back, maintain positivity, and lead by example. He acknowledged the negative outcome, but stressed the importance of analyzing the performance rather than dwelling on disappointment. Questions have also been raised regarding player performance, including Jan-Paul van Hecke, whose continued improvement has made a potential summer transfer a strong possibility. Despite the setback, Hürzeler defended Van Hecke, highlighting his positive attributes and commitment. The attacking phase of the game was also scrutinized, with several clear-cut chances missed. Substitutions, including Jorginho Rutter and Diego Gomez, were noted, with Rutter receiving a warm reception from the Leeds supporters. Looking ahead, Brighton faces Manchester United on the final day of the season, a match where United is guaranteed a third-place finish and Champions League qualification. Despite a historical advantage in head-to-head matchups, the current form has made the contest unpredictable. Brighton now faces the task of turning this setback into motivation for their final push. Crystal Palace is intensifying its pursuit of manager Andoni Iraola as they look to replace outgoing manager Oliver Glasner. Following positive updates from other clubs previously linked with the Spanish coach, Football Insider reports that Palace is now fully committed to securing Iraola in the next phase of their managerial search. While the Eagles are currently safe from relegation, their ambition remains focused on securing a spot in European competition, potentially through a victory in the upcoming Conference League final against SC Freiburg next week. Iraola remains the primary target for the club, and reports indicate the Spaniard is open to taking the managerial role. The search has been complicated by links with several other clubs. Previous speculation involved Chelsea and Manchester United, but both have now clarified their positions. Chelsea has confirmed the appointment of Xabi Alonso, while Manchester United is retaining Michael Carrick, leaving Iraola free to make his next move, especially after the Chelsea development. Crystal Palace is growing increasingly confident in appointing Iraola, with optimism fueled by developments elsewhere. The club is prepared to push hard for the Spaniard as Glasner's successor, although significant work remains before a final decision. Iraola reportedly favors a club competing in European football, aligning perfectly with Palace's aspirations for next season's Europa League. Concrete progress in negotiations is anticipated to accelerate following the Conference League final. A win would significantly bolster Palace's standing, creating a stronger platform for securing Iraola. While Palace is not solely focused on Iraola, other options are being considered, including Villarreal manager Marcelino, alongside a few other names. However, the club is expected to prioritize securing a move for Andoni Iraola.